Okay, so we're starting here at the Three Sisters car park. The weather's absolutely perfect for it. We're going to go and walk to basically the highest peak around Glencoe. It's on the south side of Glencoe. You can't actually see it from here, it's right up above these. These are the Three Sisters. So our first thing is we're going to go up the valley. It's a very, very steep path, I think. But that valley there is called the Lost Valley. It's incredible, the views from here and the way the mountains just rise up like that. I mean, this is Glencoe. There's a massive ridge up there as well, which is, I think, some scrambling on it. So that's the meeting of three waters. Nice, interesting bit of rock to go up. This time it's about 7:30. So managed to get a reasonably early start. I got up just after 6. Drive down here is only 15 minutes from the mountain centre. You could park here overnight, but it's so noisy, the road. It's on all night, I've done it before. So it's easier to park at the Glencoe Mountain Centre and then just drive down in the morning. You can see where we're aiming for. Lost Valley's there, and this is one of the Three Sisters above us. We're just coming into the open mountain now. You can see back to where the van's parked. Come on in. Okay, so this path now goes along a really steep gorge. Absolutely fantastic. Just a look back, the sun's coming up on the eastern side of Glencoe. That's the cliffs of one of the Three Sisters above us. And it's hard to show the scale of this place on here. It really is. It's absolutely incredible. can see why it's so popular. The Lost Valley, this part of the walk. Well done. Good boy. You're going to go this way. This way, Pippin. Quick look back the way we came across the stream there. Go on then. That's the path we've just come up. Looking back into Glencoe. I think we're just coming out now up to the start of the Lost Valley. It's also called the Hidden Valley. You see it called either at some points. And you can just start to see. Absolutely stunning. There it is. So that's Hidden Valley or Lost Valley. It's something to do with, and I'll put something on the screen about the MacDonalds or the massacre of Glencoe, and they hid here from the other clan. And you can see why. It's hard to get to and it's completely out of the way. It's difficult to get a sense of the scale of it with the camera. Okay, so we're going to try and follow the trail up, straight up to the gap between the mountains there, and the Munro we're going to is straight ahead at the end there. That's the first Munro, and then we'll be over to the right. Just working our way up to the end of the valley there. I can see the path on the right hand side as it goes up to a little scree slope, and then the Munro that we're going to is just on the left. If we just look back, you see the Lost Valley. Looking back the way we've just come, so the scale of the valley I don't think is easily captured. It's taken ages to work our way up there. But we're getting closer to the slopes, and the sun's starting to break through as well now. Just another shot to try to capture it, but wow, it's getting closer now to the end bit here. See the scree slopes, I think, there, and to the left is that first Munro, which we've got to go up to and then back, and then follow the ridge to the right. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I've got a clearer view now of the path going up, so it's zigzagging a little bit there, and then it gets very, very steep, I think, going up to the scree. Alright, so I'm going to put the drone up here. I'm not sure what it is, and probably can't hear it, but I can hear what I assume are deer calling. Well, we're towards the end now of the Lost Valley, or Hidden Valley. So this is a bit now starting to get really steep, and the scree, a bit of loose rock. So I think the going's going to get a little bit tougher as we go up. Well, I don't know if they come out very well, but there's a number of deer up just on the ridge there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. And they're looking down at us, very interested in Pippin. And I think Pippin has spotted them. I don't think they're going to stay around very long. Not sure if we can see them a bit clearer there, but I can't zoom in on this. They're hanging around watching us. Right, come on then. Yeah, this deer is just watching us, so let's come to a point here we can look down. So that's the path, that's where we're coming up now. And you can see the whole Lost Valley stretching down there. It's actually taken a fair amount of time to come up that. Right, pretty standard stuff. Steep path, loose rock and scree coming up. But we can see the gap there where we're going to meet the ridge. Pippin! Here! I can hear the echoes. Pippin! Here he comes. That's a good boy. Well, that shows me a good route. Right. Well, the top of the ridge, or joining the ridge, is in sight. The main scree's gone. It looks like it's just going to have a rough path now. So that's the scree slopes going down. As I say, the scale of the valley is difficult to really show on here. That's why I couldn't see the path from down below. When you come up here, there's actual, it curves around, there's a cleft in the rocks. Good boy, let's go then. There's a little bit of scrambling, so I'm going to have to put this away. Oh, a fantastic exit to the Lost Valley. And then we come out here to this. Wow. And that's where we've got to go, up to the top of that one. And then we've got to come back and then up that side. And then we'll have another last look down. That's a good view of the main Munro. That's the main one that we're climbing today. 1,150 metres, I think. Something like Bidean and Bian or something. But the names are, hardly anybody can pronounce them anyway. I'll have to put them on the screen. Anyway, so we're going up this one. Just looking back there and across the Lost Valley. very steep sides here. Ooh, rocky and slippy. Right, so this is the top and first Munro of the day. Let's have a look over this other side as well. So this is, we're looking down across one of the Three Sisters down into Glencoe. That's the Lost Valley below us, and then looking across to Bidean, Bian, whatever it is. So that's the way we've got to go next, and then I think we're following that ridge to the other one. That's another Munro. Actually, I'm not sure if it is or not. We'll have to check. I don't think it is. But then the way back is on the other side of that, back down into the other valley, back down into Glencoe. Right, so just going to make our way back down this and back down to where we came up onto the Bian, the bridge, and then we're going to go up this main one, which looks okay. Sheep, is it? They've been spotted, the only sheep up here. Right, so we just come down there. And just quite a long way now to the second and the main Munro. We've reached a little high point on the way between the two Munros, so we're looking back at there, back down to Glencoe, and at the path ahead of us now, and we can see it stretching up to the peak. This is just the cairn, it's not the top, so we've got to keep going. So it's just a little nice little ridge by the look of it, and then up to the top. Yeah, I thought there might be a tight ridge or something, but it's not, it's fine. What are you looking at, Pip? Well, there's not many sheep about, hardly any at all, and there's two there he spotted. How they've got up there, I don't know. Gosh. We're just still going up. The slope's coming up. Sometimes you just got to stop and see the view. Looking at down into Glencoe there. I think that's Lochan in the distance. As we go round, I'm pretty sure we can see the coast. So we're looking maybe towards Mull. I see the top is just coming into view there. There's a couple of people sat up there. There's a few more scattered sheep. Just looking back, it's the way we've come there. And right, so the top, it's just we've got to go down a little bit and then back up. And then the ridge back is to, you can see the path going all the way down back to that peak, and then it's over to the left, I think. Right. Well, that was the main summit we were on. There's a few people hanging around there, so we didn't stop. So there's the main summit over there with a couple of foreigners on. They're right, they've just taken up all the space. So I've come over here. I was heading towards this cairn because it's just an interesting walk. And I made him say it's not another summit. I didn't think there was enough separation between them. So it's just the marker cairn, and we're going to look over the side now. And the other Munro is across the way, which is a long trek, so I'm not going to bother today. Yeah, so that's the other Munro. So, and that's an out and back, so there's no circular route with that. It's going to be straight over there and back. But it's a hell of a drop down and back up to that again. And so I've done enough for today. Where are we looking now? That down the bottom there I can see the bridge, and that is Glencoe itself, the village. We swing round. We've got Ben Nevis, clear today as well. And there's the other, which I think is another Munro, which we're going to do and go over that. Good, I'll have some lunch. Summit sausages, you can have them on this summit instead. Too busy on the main summit, can't be bothered to mess around. We'll have lunch here. we've had lunch and a quick drone flight. So we're going to head back now over to the main summit there. And then work our way down across that one. Looks huge, but we'll see. Steep gradients down. This is the only time I use the stick. I've only got the one, and it's for this sort of terrain or for steppy terrain where you've got those quite often the man-made steps and you've got to step down them. And I found this very good for taking the strain from the knees. They're also completely useless on the flat or going uphill, so this just goes away then. That was the way we've come. Now we're sort of halfway down here, well, a bit more. Pippin's is already down there, so a little ridge. And then we're going to follow that one all the way up to the top. And then a path I think goes to the left hand side, drops down somewhere down into this valley. So we're just looking down to Glencoe there, and actually looking across that is Glencoe village I think, and Lochan. So we've reached the bottom of that. It looks a little bit worse than it is. There's some people going up there now. So, pole away, and we're on our way up this one now. Looking back the way we went to that peak, and the Lost Valleys down below us. Right, we're nearly there. Another peak. Right, let's have a quick look at yeah, I don't think that's the way down. Okay, well the way down, you can see the path in the distance, but it's this direction. And I think Pippin's looking at going down this way, but I think that might be a very quick way down. A little bit too quick. Okay, that's the way we've just come, so we come all the way from the big Munro over there. And we're just working our way around this. Another steep gully down. Okay, if we look that way down in the valley, right in the bottom, that's the car park we started in. Okay, so we're actually looking now at the back of the Three Sisters of Glencoe and across to the ridge that's on the opposite side. And in the distance, as usual, is Ben Nevis, just with a bit of touch of cloud on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the path goes that way. I was wondering about this, but yep, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a good way to go. So we come out the side, I spot a cairn there. It's not as bad as I thought. For a minute there I thought we were going to end up going down, scrambling down something. I can see a couple of little marker cairns. So the path, or say path, more of just a route, goes straight down here. Okay, so we just come over this rocky bit here, steep and rocky. We've got more of these steep gullies down on this side. And we find a little path, a bit more marked than the other stuff. So this comes down, and at some point I think there's the path branches down to the right. So it goes back through to the car park, which we can almost see. Alright, so we were looking for the path off, and this is it. So this is the path that heads down now, down into this valley, and then back to the car park. I've met a couple of people who are finding the paths confused up here, and because it wasn't obvious from the top where on earth it goes, but there is a path here which is clear, and it's marked on the all trails which I'm following, so I've got the GPS on it, so we're in the right place. A strange number of people have actually come across who don't seem to have a map of any sort. Right, so we found ourselves at the trail, coming down off the mountain behind. We come down onto one of the Three Sisters buttresses and then heading down this way. You can see down into the valley, we can see the path actually winding its way down, and it's heading straight at the car park where the van is parked. Well, that's the way down. I can see a couple of people at the top of that slope. From here it doesn't look much, but it's possibly the worst loose rock and scree slope I've ever come down. And we've still got a long way to go as well. See the height we're at. Right, we've just got to cross this stream, but wow, look at this. This is hidden, didn't even know this was here, couldn't see it at all. So we just got to keep following this path this way here. What have you seen? Pippin's seen another dog. Oh dear. It's lovely, it's waterfalls all the way down. What are you doing, Pip? There's no end of waterfalls down this, you're just following the river all the way down. We can just see the car park down there, still miles away. It's 5 o'clock, I think we've been going since about 7:30. At least the path isn't too bad now. It's mostly some of it's laid, some of it's just gravel and a reasonable gradient. So we'll see. Maybe there's some harder bits further down. So we're just coming down away from the stream a bit now. The small river's gone over to that side, and we're just looking up at these buttresses. These are the ones you see from the main road in Glencoe. Come here. What you doing? Good boy, come here. So we've got a nice laid path to follow now. Still very steep. You see the car park in the distance. I thought the path might need to get a bit steeper, so this section's going down here. I can see it winding away, and the car park's just over there. I say just, it's still a long way. Well, that's where we've just come from. We're nearly back. I suppose another 500 yards, something like that. What's it? And I think this is the River Glencoe.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose. Bound to get knocked right out of your boots when I use my witchcraft. You're playing it cool, bending all the rules. Talking way too loud, and you're talking rude. You're playing